when my mom was dying, she's like on her deathbed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm there for her. Like, I changed her diapers. I did everything for her. And all of a sudden, she like opens her eyes because she was like in a comatose the whole time. And all of a sudden, she opened her eyes and she looks around and she looks at my Aunt Nancy, who's standing next to me. She goes, "I love you, Nancy." And then she looks at the phone because my sister couldn't make it from Idaho. And she's like, "I love you, Melissa." And then she looks at me and died.
And
Died. I was just like, how dare you?
It's so sad.
Right. One of my friends said,
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
one of my friends said, like, God is like, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. You're done. You're done. You've put her through enough. So, yeah.
Oh, I have a headache. Oh, no.
You're welcome.
Oh, my gosh.
But yeah, so.
Don't just keep going on.
Okay, catch yourself.
It's so hot in here. It's crazy.
Oh.
Amy! Amy! Oh, no. Oh,
Yeah.
forgive me. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Amy. Amy.
The Sonder Experience.
What are you willing to share?
I'm open with anything, really.
Because I talk about whatever.
Yeah.
You
My
sure you're-
life's an open book. Like, I would actually like to write a book on my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you can?
Yeah. Actually, my therapist was like, God, you should write a book.
And you should take these and call me in the morning. See how you're doing.
Yeah, my therapist was like,
Yeah.
you should stop making everything a joke about your life. This is really serious. I'm like, my dad almost killed us. Seriously. Like, that's the look I always get.
Hey. I'm
We need a little more here. I actually have a flask of whiskey in my bag.
You gonna drink some?
No.
Why?
I am such a lightweight. I don't even know I have it because
I got ice.
No, seriously, I started new medicine and I'm not sure how it would interact. Like,
Oh, what kind of
so-
whiskey is it?
It's a peach whiskey. I forget the brand.
Oh.
I know. I got the flask and I wanted to put something in it so quickly. I just grabbed whatever I could find. I'm like,
I need alcohol.
I need to put it in there. Like, I'm not going to drink it. I mean, like, I don't like that one that much.
Like it's just a comfort thing to have with you?
Yeah. It was like one of those, someday I'm going to get a flask. And after my competition, I was like, I got a flask.
Do you drink?
Yeah, I love drinking.
Aren't you like... You know what? I should probably start the episode. Give me a second. Give me a second. Arnold?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have like an alias?
I'm Sassy Girl.
Sassy Girl.
Yep.
Okay.
Sassy Girl Fitness.
Okay. Here we go. I've been running this whole time, so we're just bear with me. All right, Here we
Okay.
go. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for watching episode 62 of the Sonder Experience. Before we get any further, please make sure to like, comment, and make sure to like, comment, and
Exactly.
subscribe. I am The Journey, Garrett Olson. This is my show, and I love having people on to have good conversation. I have with me Amy Arnold, aka Sassy Girl.
Yes.
She is going to bless us today with amazing conversation. Hopefully. She very dark humor. I think I'm going to keep everything that was already on.
That's fine.
For
Me crossing my eyes and everything.
everything. And we're just going to kind of get into it. It's not an interview.
Okay, it's not.
No interviews. But if you have any questions for me, you ask.
Let me get it out.
6.5 inches. That's fine.
Need pictures.
No, I got you. No, for real. Okay.
Okay.
I want to get the serious stuff out of the way.
Serious stuff.
Not serious, but
yeah, I know.
like easier stuff. More stuff that's more like just happened. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And we talk a lot about fitness and health and journeys
Oh, yeah.
and this and that. So Chris, who was just on last week,
Yes.
is your coach.
Yes.
Just like the eating part or like
He's my coach, like with
Training.
workouts and yeah.
everything?
He's my big brother.
How's that been?
Amazing.
I just started the nutritional side with him.
I know. He's very reasonable. I love it because like with our training, every time he was like, if I was like, oh, like I have a really bad migraine, he wasn't like, well, too bad, suck it up and come to the gym.
Yeah.
You know, he was really reasonable
Right.
with what I could do. The meal plan was awesome. And he helped me accomplish a goal that I've wanted to do for so long, which was a figure competition. And he walked me through the whole thing, helped me get a good He was my posing coach. Gosh.
Snapped in my mouth.
I know.
You know
But yeah.
what wasn't on camera earlier is when you were trying to fix the mic, but you were fixing it like
I
that.
know that I was
And you
thinking
kept- Like, why'd you spit on it while you were trying?
smacking it.
Yeah. This episode's ridiculous.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, he helped me find. He introduced me to the woman that made my suits, and he just was there like a big brother.
Mm-hmm.
So
How long was like your training? Like, how long were you with him before you actually stepped on stage?
I signed up with him in March, and I stepped on stage on August 6th. So March 1st to August 6th, I lost 40 pounds.
40 pounds.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel great.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. Like, and I'm really proud of myself because post-show, like a lot of people I've heard gain 10, 20 pounds right away because they're like, we were so starving the whole time. And I've only gained like 7 pounds.
Yeah.
And Chris like helped build my meal plan to help me get back into like normal eating habits because the last week of it was hell.
Really?
I mean, it was so difficult, but you have this goal that you're like, okay, you know, I got it. This is for a reason. It's only till Saturday that I have to stick with this, and then I can eat.
So what was the diet like that last week?
The last week, it was a day by day. So I would take my progress pictures, send them to Chris, and my weight, and then he'd tell me like, okay, well today you're drinking 1 gallon of tea, no water, so many ounces of fish, so many grams of carbs. And I hate fish.
You know how he sends that questionnaire?
Uh-huh.
I fucking hate fish.
And he was like, well, you can have trout. And it's like, so what I did is I smoked it on my grill.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, get some flavor in there. And then I would like ball it up and I'd swallow it like a pill. Because I was just like, I couldn't stand, like I start chewing it. I just start gagging.
It's the taste, right?
It is.
It's miserable.
And then every day he would tell me a little bit less. And then like by Wednesday was my last workout day. So Thursday, no more carbohydrates, no more sodium.
You had to dry out.
I had to dry out. And all the fish I could, fish with no salts. Let me say that again. Fish with no salt.
Yeah.
Just, ugh.
What about like hot sauce and stuff?
No, because it's sodium. There was sodium in it.
So just fucking fish.
Yeah.
No.
And so
Chris, it ain't happening, bro.
I
no.
mean but that's extreme because I was about ready to step on stage.
Yeah. See, I'm not
So,
doing that.
See, that's where I was like, you're going to be on stage. You're going to go to Denny's right after and get some moons over my hammy. And I'm just going to have like a soup bowl full of ranch and french fries. That was what was in my brain. I was like, I want some ranch.
That's fine.
And so, yeah, that's what I kept telling myself. And also I could have egg whites. And so I got really creative with them. Like I'd whip them up and I made like meringues for myself. So it felt like I was eating cookies or chips.
Did it work though?
No.
It doesn't work.
But it did at that point. I was like starving. And then my husband's like, I'll make dinner for the family. And he's like ordering a pizza or McDonald's. And I'm just like,
don't you hate that shit?
yeah. So,
Seriously, like, I don't mean to make it about me because it's not.
no, but you get it.
But oh my God, do I get it? Like, you do a complete 180 with your life and you're like, I'm going to fucking do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be strict. I'm going to do
And nobody else in your family is.
Like, I wake up in the morning because I wake up at 2 in the morning for work. I take a shower. I do my deal. And when I come out into the kitchen, there's usually McDonald's bag, a Sonic bag, a pizza. And I got to walk by and like, fuck, like. And I feel selfish because I'm like, why can't you just do this with me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's good for you. Let's do it together. Let's be sexy for each other. Let's change our lives and be healthy and be great. And it's so crazy when you bring up these life-changing experiences that you've had and they're like, nah.
I know.
Nah, I'm good.
I know. It's just like.
It's like, no, you're not good.
Yeah. It's like, let's be a team.
Right.
You know?
Did you find yourself being judgmental?
Yeah. I'm a wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always it is one of those things where like I'm sitting there thinking like I'm trying this hard like I'm 41, you know, I've had 2 kids, I've lost over 100 pounds altogether. Like, can you kind of put a little bit into it? You know, why don't you know, go to the gym with me or you know, things like that. So.
And does he ever?
He was for a little bit when I was working at the gym, but no, not anymore. He said, because he works for UPS, he's like, I work for UPS. I don't need to work out.
But that's not the same.
Yeah, I know. It's
your
like,
body gets used to that.
Well, I mean, can you imagine if I was like, I work at the gym, I don't need to work out.
Right.
But it's like, no.
The vibes alone.
Yeah, the vibes
shreds
alone.
me.
I'm showing people what to do all day. Why do I need to work out? So.
You were a trainer.
Yep.
For how long?
Well,
hey, don't get all Don't get all proper on me.
No, yeah.
Loosen up, baby. Get that flask out.
I'm like,
Yeah, get that flask out, man. Let me try. Can I try some?
Sure.
What is it?
It's like a peach whiskey.
A peach whiskey?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it at Bevmo a while back, and I was like, I love buying different types of whiskeys. Ah, it's in a little band.
What's that sign? Hillside Kit?
I don't know. What does it say? I just got it 'cause it's rose gold. It's so pretty.
To the world, you may be one person, but to me, you will be the world. Love, live, laugh. You are white. Oh my gosh.
I know, isn't it pretty? No, I didn't even know the bag was coming with it. I got it for the flask because I was like, this is bougie.
You haven't had any?
I have had some of it. I mean,
You just don't like it?
It's not my favorite. Yeah. It's not my favorite, which is kind of good because that would be empty already if it.
That's like someone sprayed perfume in my mouth.
Yeah, I need to. I want to get some more Bullet whiskey. I love Bullet bourbon.
Yeah.
If that was in there, I'd probably have refilled it like multiple times. That's why I'm out of it at home.
You should have told me. I would have got you some.
Yeah, I love Bullet.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
We don't get into religion.
No.
On this show. But we're going to talk
fine.
a little bit about it today.
Okay.
You're Mormon?
No. I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses.
Jehovah's Witnesses.
I think it's funny because I did grow up in Utah, so.
Jehovah's Witness.
Yes.
What is that?
Jehovah's Witnesses, we go completely by what the Bible says.
Mm-hmm.
So, like anything, a lot of people view it as like extreme. Like holidays. The majority, well, all the holidays out there are based off of pagan
Rituals.
rituals.
Yeah.
That they were Christianized. Well, It's not in the Bible, and like if would Jesus be celebrating these holidays? Would he be like, oh yeah, it was to a false god, so
Yeah.
go ahead, put it on my name?
Oh.
So it's like, no, we don't do that, but we do have fun. We drink. We
So no
it's-
birthdays,
no birthdays,
no Christmas,
no Christmas,
Thanksgiving.
no.
Isn't that more American though?
Yeah, it's more political, like, but we do still have gatherings.
Oh,
and,
okay.
like, totally. Like, my grandma Valdez, she's not one of Jehovah's Witnesses, but growing up, like, she would always have, like, a big family gathering. She'd just make it a day.
Yeah.
Not on Thanksgiving, and it would,
But was it for Thanksgiving?
For my grandma, it was, but for us, we were like, okay, we're not calling it that. So to make my grandma happy.
Okay.
But we wouldn't go, like, she would have 2 dinners, which she absolutely loved it. Like, all my aunts and uncles, they would go for her, and then
Right.
she would have another one because my family was like, okay, yeah, we love partying. It was loud.
So, like, have you ever been invited to a birthday party?
Yeah.
And
You
so,
know.
what you're like happy this day? Like, you don't.
No, I mean, I never have gone to them. Like, growing up in school, kids would invite you, like, the mandatory, here's the thing, but it wasn't like,
But you didn't go?
mm-mm,
Oh.
no,
How about as an adult?
no.
You don't go to people's birthday parties?
Well, for one, I think most people know I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses. So
I'm
they
inviting
just,
you to my birthday party. My birthday's this week.
Oh,
Yeah. You're
today
like,
is
I don't give a
actually my
fuck.
brother's birthday.
When's your day that you were born?
My birthday, it's still my birthday, is February 10th.
But you don't celebrate it.
Mm-mm.
Does it feel anything to you?
No, because it's kind of like I've never celebrated any of the holidays. So to me, it's not like I did this I did this until I was 10 years old, and all of a sudden my mom decided to be one of Jehovah's Witnesses and ripped that out of my life. It was like,
Right.
this is normal.
But with
you know?
everybody else doing it, do you feel like you missed out at all?
No.
Because you didn't know it.
Yeah, it's like my mom, for example, she was like really awesome. For Halloween, she'd give me a big old bag of candy. She goes, take that to school. And she goes, when all those other kids sit there and say, I thought you don't celebrate Halloween, say, no, I didn't have to worship the devil to have candy. And I was just like, I loved saying that.
Yeah.
And I've kept that tradition with my children.
Damn.
Like I don't have to go and put,
Yeah.
worship the dead,
Yeah.
to have candy. There's nothing wrong with candy or gifts or whatever. And like for my kids, because I know like the surprise of like on Christmas waking up and there's gifts there. I do that like for my kids, not on Christmas, but a random day of the year.
Throughout
They'll
the year.
just wake up and all of a sudden there's like presents for them.
Mhm.
And they're like, oh my gosh. And what's even better is they weren't expecting it. They don't sit there and we're like, well, that was not on my list. They're like, thank you.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
I grew up celebrating like all those things.
Mm-hmm.
But it was only as an adult I realized like there were those pagan backgrounds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I fell super hard into Christianity. I wanted to be a pastor. I wanted to this and that. And I felt like I kind of got screwed over by the church that I was going to,
Yeah.
But I didn't get all upset like, why, God, like whatever. I just realized like those people being stupid and they fucked it up.
Yeah, that's the thing is like, I always tell my kids, like, don't take out on God what an imperfect man does to you.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Mhm.
Like, we're all imperfect
Yeah.
and we're all going to make mistakes. That's why we just need to learn to forgive and accept people for who they are. So,
Okay, enough of that.
yeah, that's enough.
We've had enough. I just want to
That's
know a little
section
bit.
of the discussion.
done.
Moved
We're
on.
done.
Okay.
Let's get back more into like your background. Where did you grow up at?
I grew up.
Your phone is
I
on.
know. I'm sorry.
Your phone.
Let me turn this sound off. Hey, people. I have a phone.
Did you grow up here?
No, I grew up in Utah.
Oh, you just said that.
I did.
That whiskey
I
is
literally just
in
said
my
that.
face right now. So.
Yeah. Good job paying attention, Garrett. You should be taking notes.
It's like I have a podcast or something.
I know. Just rewind.
Don't be like
I know,
this.
I'm teasing.
Why?
Anyways, yeah, I grew up in Utah.
Yeah.
My mom and dad were just a crazy, chaotic couple. And my dad was a schizophrenic ex-Marine who
Ooh.
was the town's drug dealer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get some.
I know. And so he was a very violent man. And so like I always thought my childhood was normal until like the pandemic hit and like we were at Fry's and I seen just like a single block of cheese. And you know, when everybody's like panicking and buying everything at the store, there was a single block of cheese. And I went and just had a complete meltdown, panic attack in the store because it brought me back to when I was like 2 of my dad going and busting our door down because my mom was trying to leave him. He was very abusive to her. He busted the front door, just like took it off, just knocked it down. And I was sitting at the table with my bowl of pinto beans. I remember because I love beans.
This isn't funny.
And
Don't say something.
He like threw the table and I was like, how dare you? I have my food here. Like that's my little kid brain. And then I watched him like just beat the crap out of my mom and
Really?
rape her in front of us.
What
and
about
then,
you?
No, I was just sitting there at the table just like my beans.
My beans.
My beans. Like we were poor. Like
Yeah.
And
This
then-
isn't funny.
I know. It is for me. That's how I
I
handle it.
don't want to be laughing right now.
He goes and he took everything out of the fridge. He took all of our food, and then he left a block of cheese. So the pandemic hit, and I'm like, "There's only cheese. Where's my beans?" So.
This isn't funny.
But yeah,
It's not good.
So yeah, growing up, we were moving every 3 years because my dad, we were running from him because then he was like our stalker. Like
Whoa.
we had to go to battered women's shelters, and he was on a quest to like if he couldn't have my mom, nobody could type of thing.
Was he going to kill her?
Mm-hmm.
Was he going to kill you guys?
Probably.
Wow. Was he
Yeah.
ever on meds?
I think so, because near the end when he was murdered, he was murdered. He had started cleaning up his life and got on meds for his schizophrenia, but it was too late. Like he was already so deep in the game. Like I was 14 when he was murdered, so
Murdered.
yeah.
Can I ask how?
He got so the police found him in a hotel, like dead in a bathtub, and they like had like $1,500 worth of cocaine lined up on a mirror. Like it was staged, but they're like he still had like rope burns on his neck, so he was beat up. So like the dead don't move themselves, you know. So they did investigating, and I guess he was ambushed and dragged to like some paint facility where they beat him to death and then hung him, and then they placed him at the hotel in the bathroom.
How do you feel about that?
I feel sad. I feel
Really?
it's like I love my dad because I understood. I got finally a couple years ago met his siblings because he was adopted, and I got the story of his childhood and the abuse and everything he went through, and it's like, God, I would be crazy too. Like
Yeah.
I am crazy. No, but I feel bad for him. My heart
Do you feel
goes
like
out to
that's
him.
in you a little bit?
No.
No?
Because I went through enough doctors.
Okay. Yeah. Stop
So-
laughing.
It's just that's how I handled things. But yeah, when he was, so I was 14, I was really sad.
Yeah.
I was very sad when he died because what?
That mic is so in your face. You look so pretty, and it's just like,
Thank you.
how do we fix this?
I said I need a booster seat. Here,
We
me-
get comfy.
is that better?
Now tilt the mic ever so slightly up.
See, that's what I needed.
But-
I need to sit on my foot.
So at the end of the episode, when your foot's asleep,
My knee. I'm like, drag me out of
help me.
my knee's locked. I'm like,
That whiskey's in my face right now. I can't believe it. I don't get lit like that, and I'm here, baby.
well, hello there.
How, howdy.
How to do? How to do?
I'm sweating. This is crazy.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so back to so that was like my childhood. Like, it was just fun. I hate the 80s because it's just such an awful memory, you know?
Damn.
Then in like the 90s, my brother committed suicide when I was 11. Yeah, so today's his birthday. Shout out to David. Love him with all my
Shout
heart.
out David.
I know. He's the one that he had posters of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lou Ferrigno. And I loved bodybuilding. I loved, he would, put me on his shoulders and do squats or, bench press me. And I was a tiny little thing. I was just,
You're still tiny.
I mean, I was, like midget.
Oh. I don't know if we can say that on.
I was a small person.
Little person.
I was a little lady. Anyways, but yeah, so David always did bodybuilding, and I was just like, this is so cool. Someday I'm going to do bodybuilding. And, but my family, everybody was like, girls don't do that.
Oh.
Girls don't do weightlifting. They don't do, you're supposed to cook and clean. A very misogynistic type of a family.
That's lame.
I think it's like very Hispanic family.
Are you Hispanic?
Yeah. My dad's white. I look just like my dad.
Okay.
When I go to family gatherings, I look like the adopted cousin.
What was that like walking around as a kid while your dad was still here?
It was scary.
Really?
Because some tweakers would come up to me and they're like,
hit you up?
yeah, they're like, where's your dad? I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, you're Dan Adams' daughter. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, where is he? And I was like, I don't know. Tell me so we can get some money too. But because it was a small town, random people would be like, you're Dan Adams' daughter. I'm like, yeah, I am. What of it?
Were you ever in danger because of it?
If
Or
I
you don't
was, I
know?
didn't realize it. Yeah. It was kind of crazy because going to school, my mom would be like, do not tell people Sal Valdez is your uncle. Because my uncle was in a gang. So it's just like, well, everybody knows Dan Adams is my dad. Sal Valdez.
Know.
Either way, people were looking at me like, you're messed up.
Yeah. It's funny, man.
But yeah.
We got the trauma giggles.
I
This is not
I do.
good.
So in Utah, it was hard because of the fact that it's a small town and people were judging me. They're like, you're Dan Adams' daughter. You're Sal Valdez's niece. Oh, your brother committed suicide. And it was just like, check.
Yeah.
And so when I was 14, right after my dad died, we moved to Arizona. And it was nice. It was actually nice to move to
here?
Yeah.
Okay.
To Glendale.
Okay.
So, but it was really nice to move to a state where nobody knew me, nobody knew my dad, nobody knew my brother. And so people weren't just like, that I was just
New beginning, fresh start.
Yeah. When I went to Glendale High the very first day there, I stood out like a sore thumb. My hair was past my tailbone. I was so pale, so white,
Yeah.
And
Like a
everybody
Twilight
kept saying,
character.
yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I was a Twilight character. I was see-through.
Yeah.
And they were like, it's
2%
snowing in
milk
Arizona.
your veins.
They're like, it's snowing in Arizona. And I was like, what? It was just,
I bet you were a commodity, though.
Yeah.
Tell me you didn't get hit on.
Oh, I did.
Okay.
A lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I was so innocent. I
Okay.
didn't get it. Some guys would come up to me and they're like, where'd you get your hair done? I'm like,
Don't fucking touch me.
I'm like, what are you talking about? It grew. Actually, when I was 97, 98, I went to the Arizona State Fair and these these guys came up and they're like, hey, we're doing a concert over here. Do you guys want to go backstage? And I was like, who are you? They're like, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. And I was like, hey, the Goo Goo Dolls. I still kicked myself to that. I was like, oh, what a stupid name. You're the Goo Goo Dolls. No, thank you. And I just like, I had no idea who they were. I'm like, I was like, what'd you do? Look at a baby doll and name yourself? And I just walked off. And then my Aunt Janita was just like, oh my gosh, we're talking. I was just like, what? Yeah, they're...
You could have been balls deep in some Goo Goo Dolls.
I know, but I was just like, you guys are idiots. So anytime they come on the radio, I'm like, oh.
You fucked up.
I did.
You fucked up.
I did.
You could have been Mrs. Goo Goo Doll by now.
Mrs. Goo Goo Doll. With a bunch of good stories other than the story of me making fun of their name to their face.
They wanted you to be a groupie.
Yeah, they did. And
Backstage and I'd have gone.
I was just like, creepo. Like, no.
How old were you?
Oh, 17. Yeah.
That's dicey.
Yeah, and I already went through enough trauma growing up in Utah. I'm like, I'm not going with no strange guys.
Yeah. Okay, so this is going to reveal what I think about you I think about you very highly. How are you not fucked up?
I have no idea.
That's just the plainest way I can say it.
Even my therapist would ask me that. Like, he's like, I am shocked you turned out so normal. Because, like, when I finally started going to a therapist after that complete meltdown in the store, it was just like an overflow of all these emotions and all these memories that, like, because I just gave you just, like, the very little bit of like what happened.
So much time had passed.
Yeah. And he's like, okay, like you have a lot. There was a lot of crying and then there was a lot of laughing. I didn't take a lot of it. Well, I did take it seriously, but you see how like he's like, we need to talk to your inner child.
See, I'm so afraid to do that.
He's like, imagine you're sitting right next to yourself.
That's fucked.
And I'm like, yo, Amy. He's like, talk to her. And I was like, I feel stupid.
Yeah.
You know, and I would do it, but I would be laughing the whole time. He's like, quit making it a joke.
Did it help though?
It did. It actually did.
Really?
But
be honest.
No, it did. But I would do that at home on my own without my therapist there. And I wouldn't be talking out loud. I would like in my brain, like think of when I was a little girl and think of the emotions I was feeling. And I'd be like, you know what, Amy, you're a good kid. It's okay. You're in a safe spot. Look where you're at now. That's kind of like, but sitting there looking at an empty chair, like I was a caregiver for elderly. And when they went through dementia moments,
they were doing that.
And they're talking to an empty chair. I'm like, that's all I could think of. It's like, I literally look like an insane person.
You're going crazy.
Yeah. So.
And you have to pay for this.
Yeah, I did. Well, UPS paid for it.
But I'm saying.
But yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, so. But it did help when I kind of made it my own. Like, not physically talking out loud to an empty chair. It was me kind of just meditating and thinking back to that little girl that was so scared and hurt, and then kind of like talking to her in that way, or talking to myself saying, okay, look, remember how we were look where we're at now.
Yeah, because you don't carry yourself as a victim or anything like that.
Yeah, it's pointless. I always look at everything I went through, all my trauma, as it's a learning lesson. How can I take what I've went through to help someone else, to let them see it's going to be okay. You know, let's motivate people instead of sit. Like, you know, if you fell, like when I broke my arm when I was 13, what would it do? Just me sitting there crying over my broken arm. Let's go get some help.
Were you ever worried that you were starting to become like calloused? Because that's my problem. I don't allow myself to feel. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it just kicks my ass.
Yeah, one of the biggest things, because I had the worst temper. Yeah, and
You have a temper?
oh yeah, my kids call me She-Hulk because
You're
they're like,
lying.
no, I'm serious. Like if I brought either of my kids here, you're like, Mom has a temper. Like, but I never. That my one rule was if I was angry at my kids, like if they pissed me off so bad, I refused to discipline them at that point.
No hitting.
No.
Did you grow up getting?
Very
me too.
abused. And so that was my rule. And I even told my husband that with him, like, admittedly, he didn't go through what I went through. I'm like, if we're angry, there's no fighting. There's no disciplining. Like, that's when you go to your corner, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, my kids see me completely like, and go in my room and just slam the door to where it sounds like I'm about to break the door.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't see that like at all.
Well, that's good.
I see you getting all like brown lotus pose and
Now I'm working on that because my chiropractor, my therapist.
you're just making shit up
Yeah.
now. You just got caught. You're making shit
No,
up.
he was telling me that anger is sadness. Anger is like sadness pent up. So it's like now I try to sit there and say, no, that really hurts my feelings. That's really, and it's so embarrassing
Yeah.
because, you know, when you've gone through things growing up, you don't ever want to be like, that
gotta
hurt
be
my
tough. You
feelings.
gotta be
It's
tough.
just like, suck it up. You know,
Yeah.
you want to hit me again? Okay, fine. Look, I'm still not crying,
Mm-hmm.
you know, type of thing. So to finally sit there and kind of be a little feminine instead of being like a tough, like tomboy. Because I was such a tomboy. This is the most makeup I've ever worn in my life.
Really?
I didn't even wear makeup. Like when my husband met me, I was gonna go get married with no makeup on, and my aunts were like, no.
Yeah.
And I was like walking down the aisle like, this is weird.
My eyes are so heavy.
What is this? And it was just like, God, they when I look at my wedding pictures and my makeup, I'm just like,
You didn't like it?
uh-uh.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but if I would have known how to put on makeup, like I would have put it on the way I like. But they were like Mary Kay ladies.
Oh, they made you look like Mimi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but I didn't know any. Yeah, I was just like,
Did that
Okay.
ruin it for you?
no, it didn't.
Oh.
It was just,
How long you been married?
this year is going to be 20 years.
What?
Right?
That's a long time.
It is. A lot of patience.
How long you guys been together?
20 years.
So you got
We-
married right away?
Yeah, like, well, I met
Like
my
an
husband.
arranged marriage? You guys do arranged
No.
marriages?
No, it was not arranged.
Oh.
It was piss off my mom marriage.
Oh, deranged marriage.
Deranged.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes. No, so
Yeah. There's too many A's in that right there.
no, so I met him when I was 17 at like a Bible school. He was 19, but not, you know, we were
I
way
heard
too
it
young.
goes down. At
No,
these
this was
Bible
like
schools.
legit. Like it wasn't like a camp. Like it was literally.
But am I wrong?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought these things were just like.
Well, with
orgies in
Jehovah's
the
Witnesses,
forest.
it's not like that.
Oh, you guys are for real.
It's for real.
Oh.
Like you get a textbook and you have to study it and you're being grilled for, at that point it was 2 weeks and your brain hurts. You're learning so much about the Bible and the history of the
Really?
Bible. Yeah. It's, for me, I've gone 3 times because it's invited. You're only invited and you can go like once every 5 years or something
So it's
like
like
that.
an honor.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's, but yeah, he was 19. There was nothing. But then like 4 years later, I ran into him. I was like, Tara Arnold? And he's like, who are you? I was just like, I was Amy Adams back then.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm Amy Adams. We went to Pioneer School together, the Bible school. And he's like, I don't know who you are. And I was just like devastated.
Fuck you.
But then we just started talking, and we were planning on getting married like in March, like almost a year later. But then things were going down with me fighting with my mom and stuff like that. And so we were just like, you know what? Let's just get married now. So,
You did out of spite?
yep. And so, yeah, it was
That
like,
sucks.
yeah, kind of. That's just
I mean,
me.
you were gonna do it anyway, though.
I was going to do it anyways. And that's just who I've always been.
Yeah.
Just like, you want to be that way? Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna do this thing forever, and you'll learn.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, how do you like me now? No, no, like,
You just went across.
yeah.
You're looking at it like it's your first
I know.
time.
Hey, like Dory.
It's so
From
aggressive.
Is it Dory from like
Finding Nemo?
Finding Nemo?
Hey, I'm gonna need you to calm down a little bit.
No.
No? So, okay.
Not married to. I mean, I loved my husband.
Yeah.
But it was more out of like spite with my mom. And that's also why I got into weightlifting. Like
Like to get some of that out?
yeah, well, no, to spite my mom.
Oh.
We didn't get along that well.
How
at
about
all.
now?
She's dead now. So yeah, we get along great.
I'm sorry.
You want to hear something so messed up? So
Not
my
really.
mom,
I want to quit.
you're like, this was a
I
mistake.
want to go home right
Delete.
now.
When my mom was dying, she's like on her deathbed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm there for her. Like, I changed her diapers. I did everything for her. And all of a sudden, she like opens her eyes because she was like in a comatose the whole time. And all of a sudden, she opened her eyes and she looks around and she looks at my Aunt Nancy, who's standing next to me. She goes, I love you, Nancy. And she looks at the phone because my sister couldn't make it from Idaho. And she's like, I love you, Melissa. And then she looks at me and died.
And
Died. She was like, how dare you? That's so sad. Right? One of my friends said, like, God is like, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. You're done. You're done. You've put her through enough. So, yeah.
Oh, I have a headache. Oh, no.
You're welcome.
Oh, my gosh.
But yeah, so
Don't just keep going on.
okay, catch yourself.
It's so hot in here. It's fucking crazy.
Oh.
Amy! Amy! Oh, no. Oh,
yeah.
forgive me. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Amy. Amy. Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
Yeah. You're done.
That was awesome. Not awesome. You know what
I get what you're saying.
Oh, Amy. Are you okay?
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you-
fine.
Oh, man.
That's when I talk to my inner child. She's dead now. No, I'm joking. I'm totally teasing. I loved my mom. I did. I love my mom. And I know she loved me. But it was just a special relationship, basically.
Oh, I need to. Oh, my head hurts so bad right now.
You're welcome.
That was crazy. Okay.
But so after I had my son, I'd like I remember weighing myself at the hospital and I was like 232 pounds. I gained so much weight.
Wow.
And then I gained weight after that, but I wasn't weighing myself. I was so like down. And then I probably got to like 250.
No way.
Yeah, I was
How
big.
tall are you?
5. At my competition, I got finally measured. I'm 5'4" and 3/4.
250?
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
And so I remember someone gave me pictures of my baby shower, and I was just like, oh my
Well, yeah.
goodness. Like, because like, I was just like in mom mode. You know, I have two, like I had a 3-year-old and a newborn. It was just like, and I'm like, nope, I'm not going to stay like this.
Mm-mm.
And so I first just started with just writing down everything I ate because I didn't want to be, I hate diets. I absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just going to watch what I eat.
A lifestyle.
Yeah, lifestyle. So I just started writing everything down, and I lost quite a bit of weight just doing that. I went from like 1 down to 190.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hired a personal trainer. My mom was like, women should not do weightlifting. You're going to look like a man. You're going to be bulky. And so I hired a trainer, and I hired it seriously to piss my mom off.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, shout out to TJ Temper. He's amazing. He showed me how to do weightlifting, and all of a sudden I just started like dropping weight like crazy. I was like, this is crazy. So
What were you at competition weight?
at the competition day I was at 145.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's like I got down after working out with TJ. That was like 9 years ago. I got down to like the lowest I got was 128. But then like after my mom died and depression and stuff, I gained it all back because I never knew how to maintain.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I lost all the weight. Now I can eat all the food. So
I think everybody feels that way.
yeah, because it's like you don't realize that once you lose all that weight, you have to keep eating right, which kind of sucks. It's like
It does suck.
it's like, okay, I did all the work. Why does that? And it seems like I feel like I gained it. Like I didn't gain all the way back. I went back up to like 190.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, come on.
People don't understand that either.
Yeah.
Because, like, you do all that hard work,
Mm-hmm.
you lose the weight, you feel how you want to feel, and then you got to keep doing it.
Yeah. And so this time, like after my competition, because I would like to lose a little bit more weight. But I'm like, I don't want to have to start all over again. So I'm like, okay, Friday or Saturday, that's when I can eat, like have that cheat meal, that refeed meal. And I like that Chris is like, he's told me like, okay, so if you do that, just make sure you do a leg day. But he's helping teach me that aspect of it instead of just, okay, you lost your weight, you're done.
Yeah.
You know?
I like Chris a lot.
Oh, me too.
I like him a lot, and he's one of the easier built people to talk to.
Yeah, he's
So-
amazing. And it was funny 'cause he's, like I said, he's my big brother. He's my brother's age.
Wait, hold on. Something doesn't add up there.
Huh?
He's your brother?
I say he's my big brother. Like he's my brother's age. So my brother that died, they're the same age.
I was like, that skin color's not matching up.
And,
Like,
well, if you get all the freckles put together,
he's just one big freckle.
he's one big freckle. It's like freckles are just melanin. Like that's all he is.
I thought they were angel kisses.
Can you imagine? That angel's been obsessed with me.
Oh, you were.
Okay, that's enough. I'm filing a sexual harassment suit
Yeah,
on
you
you.
need HR for this.
I know. But no, so Chris and I just realized that the other day. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, you're my brother's age. You're my big brother. He's like, definitely. So
I like him.
Oh, me too. He's
I'm
an
excited
awesome.
to see.
He's very humble. At first, when he said to me, your body is going to be my body, I was like, excuse me. But now I get it because it's like, he was saying he takes into account everything that's about you. So it's like, you know, well, she has migraines. She's not feeling good or whatever. You know, let's adjust our workouts
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
See, that's the thing is I'm not working out with him.
Yeah.
But I asked him, I was like, dude, if I do this, because that's one thing I was a little hesitant on. And I even walked up to him one day. I was like, let me ask you a question. He goes, what's up? And I said, as a man, why do I instantly not want to do this when offered help? And he's like, dude, it's hard for grown men to ask men for help. It was that kind of, but it's like, I don't want to let you down either. You know what I mean? Because you're willing to take the time to figure this shit out for me, something I obviously can't do for myself. I don't want to waste your time.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid of letting him down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because for me, like, I was so afraid to actually accomplish my goal because then everybody would, in my head, everybody sit there and say, why didn't you do it in the first place? Look you could have done that this whole time, but you didn't. It's like
I mean, they're not wrong, but what the fuck does that do for them?
I know that and it's not true. Nobody said that to me.
Oh.
My own brain says.
It's that inner child talking
My inner
some
child's
shit back.
just like, yo, Amy.
You could have done this the whole time.
Why'd you get fat? You always wanted to do bodybuilding. You should have done it from the beginning.
My inner child's like, why are you still fat, bro?
I thought we had this conversation.
Yeah, dude. My phone is full of nothing but before pictures. I don't have any after.
Mine's like a yo-yo.
Yeah. Oh, it's so sad. We're so sad.
We are. But we're so happy. We
But we're
fake
so
it well.
happy. That's how Robin Williams died.
I know.
That sucks. I definitely have that Robin Williams complex.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, totally. Like, anytime people are like, I don't get it how most comedians are depressed. I'm like, I get it. Like,
Oh.
let me tell you about
Some
my
of the
life.
funniest people are the ones that went through crazy shit. Like Tracy Morgan, his family died in a fire.
Oh my gosh.
His parents died, and he ended up raising anywhere between like 6 to 14 siblings.
I think people that have had like real depression also appreciate those times when you're happy, and you don't want other people to feel that way.
Yeah.
So, you want to bring other people up, at least for me. Like,
No, that's fair.
it's like, I want to make you feel better. I want you to feel happy. Like, I don't ever want anybody to go through what I went through.
But then what's in the tank for you when some shit hits the fan? What do you got for yourself?
When things happen, I just sit there and say, you know what? I've done this before. Bring it on.
Really?
I can keep going.
Because you said you have depression?
Yes, I do.
What does that look like for you?
I've been suicidal. I've tried many times. My depression, I don't want to get out of bed. I am on antidepressants.
Okay.
So it's like I've been diagnosed with PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on antidepressants and on anxiety, or like when I have my panic attacks. So it gets pretty, when I get down, I'm like, tell my husband, like, keep an eye on me, But then at the same time, I always think of how sad it was when my brother killed himself. Like, I don't ever want to do that to people. Like, I could care less about my life, but the thought of making my kids sad, it's like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want them to be sitting there saying, what? Because for me, I was mad at my brother. I'm like, he couldn't stay alive for me. Because he was like my protector. Mm-hmm. He was the one that stood up to the bullies, or when my mom was out of control against me, he would step in the way and he'd get the beating. Mm-hmm. And so when he committed suicide, because he went through so much, it was just like, dude, like, you're leaving me here to fend for myself. And then for years, I was told my dad committed suicide. And I was even more like, are you serious? Mm-hmm. Like, these men in my life can't stay for me. Mm. But then when I found out my dad was murdered, I was just like, kind of relieved. I'm like, oh, he had no choice in this. Like,
but he did.
Yeah, he did. He really did. Like, stay away from drugs. Like, don't. His favorite concoction to mix was LSD and cocaine. Like,
oh, girl.
He loved those two mixed together.
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, tell my mom. I'm like, I remember helping dad roll a cigarette. She's like, that wasn't cigarettes.
Those weren't
like,
cigarettes, baby.
I was like rolling doobies when I was 2.
Doobies?
That's what my mom would say
Who
to me.
calls them doobies?
My mom called him that. You rolled a doobie. So I didn't realize my dad's like, you have the little fingers, and I would go put him in his baseball cap. Oops, sorry.
Come on. Get your life together. How do you feel saying this stuff out loud?
I say it out loud all the time.
It doesn't affect you?
No, I mean, like when I talk about my brother, I do get a lump in my throat, But I just view everything I've went through in my life has a purpose. I can use it to help someone or let someone see that, you know, you can go be drugged through the worst day of your life, but you can get through it too. And you can still have a smile on your face, you know, even if it has to be a medicated smile. Go seek help. Go talk to a doctor. There's nothing wrong about getting help.
Were you ever against medications?
No. I'm against drugs. Like, I've never done drugs. Like, because of the fact of I seen the crazy side of it, the crazy side effects. And for me, I blame drugs for my dad getting murdered.
Sure.
You know? So it's just like, that doesn't appeal to me. And it's kind of hilarious because, like, my ADHD medicine is basically meth. And so it's just like, well, I'm still taking them, but very controlled and with the supervision of a doctor.
How about alcohol?
I love alcohol. But again, I have a rule. My husband and I both have a rule. If you're sad, you don't drink alcohol. If you're bored, you don't drink alcohol. Like because of the fact that my dad was an alcoholic, my mom was an alcoholic, his dad was, we know that that's something that could happen. That's something that, as you know, this statistically shows, like, if your parents were alcoholics, you very well could too.
Yeah.
And so
It's like genetic, right?
It's genetic. So we just have those rules. And so it's like, I drink. I love trying drinks. I love alcohol and everything like that. It's just, there is those rules. So if I'm really sad, no alcohol at all.
No.
Because I don't want to be able to go to rely on that to ease the pain. It's like, if I'm sad, let me feel it. Let me go through these
soldier.
emotions.
That's crazy because I love drugs. I do. I love drugs. I love alcohol. I love getting fucked up. And that's the truth. And it ran my life for such a long time that I got bored of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like now I've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. Been there, done that.
I've done it. Like what else can I do?
Yeah.
I can overdose. Done it.
Let's not do
Done
that.
it.
Yeah, you're
Like,
check.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
The only thing I can do now is die of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I don't want to do that right now.
No, you're too good of a guy. You can't.
I'm
be doing
chilling.
That. Yeah.
I'm cool. My life is on a different path.
That's awesome.
But I can see. Thank you. I can see how somebody can stay in that.
Yeah.
For sure. Because drugs and alcohol is on both sides of my family.
Yeah.
That's just what we do. Except one side lost their family because of it, and the other side got violent and joined gangs and stuff because of it. You know what I mean? So it's in me. That's who I am. And then people will tell me, like, that's not who you are anymore. You're not your past or whatever. And it's like, no, dude, you're taken away from the fact that I'm controlling that. Yeah,
and I hate when people are like, that's not who you are. It's like, yes, it is. That's what built the foundation of who I am. That's where I'm learning.
Yeah.
You can't sit there and just throw everything away that you went through. That's something I learned, like, going through, like, all the trauma and stuff like that. My therapist was saying it's just like a garbage can full of trash. He's like, you've went through so much. It's overflowing. So he's like, we're not going to get rid of it. He's like, but we're taking each piece out, ironing it out, folding. My grandpa's from Oklahoma.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
But iron it out. Fold it up and put it back in there. It's all still there.
Make it neat.
Nice and neat. It's more room for more trauma.
So in your opinion, who's being more true to themselves? The ones that are like, yeah, I've been through some shit, but I don't care. It's not who I am anymore. Or the ones that can do that and go, yeah, that's very much who I could be. I'm actively choosing not to be that person. Who's stronger?
I don't think either. I think it's an even playing ground because you can't judge someone for how they're handling things.
That's true.
Because it's like, okay, that's how they're choosing to handle it. This is how I choose to. That's how they choose to. It's working for them. This is working for me.
That's fair. See, I wanted to lean towards one side.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Like,
it's just,
we all make our own decisions on how to handle things because we're all messed up. There's not one human on this earth that can sit there and say, I've had this perfect life. Nothing has ever happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
Something's always happened to someone.
Yeah, and to compare my worst day to your worst day to her worst day,
That's not
that's
fair.
their worst day.
Mm-hmm.
That's not.
Yeah.
It's not first of all, it's not a competition, right?
Exactly.
But it doesn't get worse than your worst day.
Yeah, because this is like, I remember hearing this illustration of if everybody was allowed to go and put all of their problems like in one big pile,
Mm-hmm.
and then you were told, okay, now you can go pick one problem from there. You have to go pick a problem and take it back with you. Most of us would take our problem back with us because of the fact that we'd look through it and be like, oh, no.
Yeah.
We're used to our problems. We can't sit there and say like, oh, well, so-and-so is only going through that, because the second you pick it up, you read all the side effects that comes with their problem. So,
You know what I did is I went to AA meetings. I went to 4 of them. I sat in the back. I didn't say anything. They would do their chant, and it seemed very weird to me. I was like, this is like culty. I don't know. I'd like, it's not for me, but I should be here. I should hear this. AA really helped me.
yeah.
Not in the way that I think it's intended. I sat in the back and I listened to everybody's stories, and I'm not judging shit.
Yeah.
But I sat in the back and I heard everybody talk, and I realized I am not as bad as I thought I was.
Right?
I'm not judging them,
Yeah.
but I never sucked my own vomit out of the carpet,
Ugh.
so I didn't lose any alcohol.
Oh, wow.
I fought, and I did bad shit, but I never hurt my kids. I never hurt my family. I wasn't putting fists through walls.
Yeah.
I got rowdy with other drunks, with other grown men who figured they can fight too, so let's just do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was more like a sport than anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, AA really helped me because I was completely sober for about 2 years.
That's awesome. That's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, and also it's probably helped to sit there and say, oh, I don't want to get to that point.
I didn't like being a grown man who was afraid of something. Alcohol and drugs and stuff became a fear.
Why did it become a fear?
Because I thought I was a monster.
Oh.
I thought I was a bad person. And so now I can have that sip or whatever and enjoy it for what it is. I don't need to get fucked up.
Yeah.
I never understood how people would be like, one and done, or I'll have a drink. And it's like, no, fuck no. If I'm going to put something in my body, I'm going to smash it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go as hard as I can. I was the guy who took 30 shots in a night, 40 shots in a night, like,
Wow.
and then drove home. Like, I'm that guy.
That's amazing.
It sucks.
For me, I'm such a lightweight.
Yeah.
I hold it. I'm like,
No. No, I drank bottles at a time. Like, it was really ugly. But I thought that's what you were supposed to do because that's what all my family members did.
That's true.
So I was keeping up the tradition. You know what I mean? And then I realized that I have an uncle. He just passed away. It was my Uncle Phil. He was in AA. And I had already been sober for 2 years. And I told him, he asked me, how's your drinking going? I go, I'm sober. And he goes, oh, that's awesome, brother. And he started talking to me in a way that I've never heard him talk to me before. That's awesome, brother. How you doing, brother? How's your journaling? How's your this and how's your that? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, you're in AA, right? I was like, no. He's like, oh, well, then it's never going to last. But in my head, it's like, oh, dude, now you stop relying on the alcohol. Now you rely on AA.
Yeah.
You just
took a different.
You don't think you're
Chose a
strong
different
enough
thing.
to do it on your own.
Yeah.
So you have to find something else to. And AA is a great tool.
Yeah, because if someone needs to do something like that.
Whatever. NA, AA, sex A, it's a tool.
Yeah.
But you can do it on your own.
Yeah, totally.
You could do it with your family. You can do it. That's a very severe way of having to think that that's the only way to success.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nothing against them.
Yeah, because it's great. It's kind of like with personal training when people came up to me at the gym wanting me to be their trainer. I tell him, I'm like, I know this is not what the gym wants me to be telling you, but I want to just give you the tools so that you can feel comfortable doing this on your own.
Yeah.
So that you feel comfortable going to any gym in the world. You know what to do. You know how to look and just enjoy your food and enjoy working out. And I'm like, I don't want a client forever. I want a friend. You're my new friend. And that's the thing. It's like AA should be that, where it's like, we're going to give you the tools so that you can be successful forever. Not you have to be in AA forever.
I mean, you know how many family members of mine have their first date shit over and over and over and over and over? You know
They
what
play
I mean?
poker with it.
They got like, yeah, Annie up, motherfucker. They do. They have like 30 first days. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna raise you with 31.
Yeah. it's. I don't think it's necessary. I think there's always more than one way to skin a cat in everything.
Oh yeah, totally. That's life.
It's life. Mm-hmm. But there's people that don't believe that way, and it's hard for me to connect with them.
Yeah, I hate when people are like single-minded. Like
100%.
that's the only way you're gonna do it, and if you don't do it my way, then you're out. It's like, no, that's not right.
But am I single-minded in the way of thinking there's more than one way to do it? You're not right. Like, does that make me single-minded just in a different way?
I guess it kind of does.
So am I a contradiction?
I think we both are in that sense, because I agree, but then at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna say I'm right. No.
You can be right.
My way's the only way that you can go multiple.
And you know what? You're fucking right. So
yeah, that's what matters. Is that we're right?
don't laugh like that at me.
Oh my
Are you gonna
goodness.
do more shows?
Yes.
When's the next one?
I want to do one every year, like every August.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So for me to just be able to have like that goal
Yeah.
at the end of the year. So Chris said he'll be my coach. So
Yeah.
every year it's just like we're gonna crush the former Amy. Like we're gonna
Yeah.
be better than the last year.
I
So,
would like to do it one day.
Yeah.
I think I could.
I would love to do a powerlifting meet also.
I did it.
Yeah.
It was not. I'm not gonna say shit. Actually, you should do it.
Yeah.
You should
I
do
mean,
it.
just to be able to have that. See, this is my thing. I want someday, because I'm going to be a grandma someday.
Yeah, yeah.
And I want my grandchildren to be like, yo, that's my grandma. Like, look at that's pictures. Like a badass grandma. Instead of just, oh, well, she just sat and crocheted. Like, yeah, I'll crochet you a blanket and I'll knit you a hat and a scarf, and then I'm going to go do this power lift meet over here.
Motherfucker. Damn. I think that'd be dope.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool. Is your family on board for it?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah?
They are. My
Do
kids.
you wish they were more on board?
I do. I like we were talking about the food aspect of it. That's the hardest part is the food, because yeah, when I'm at the gym, I'm around all these other people at the gym, and we're all kind of like hyping each other up. You know, it's a very supportive place.
Right.
But then when you're at home, you're away from those people, and it's
And that
just
sucks.
It's so difficult. Like especially because I'm the one that mainly does the cooking, so it's like I'd be making like some tortillas and chili verde for my family, and then I'm like, oh, chicken and rice
Again.
Yeah.
That doesn't bug me. I eat like a dog when it's time to eat. I can eat
Yeah.
the same thing every day at the same time. It's no problem.
I'm good all the way up till dinner. Like I'm fine if my meals are set up, but then dinner for me, because I love my cooking.
I've taken my ass to bed for dinner so many times.
Yeah.
I've had sleep for dinner more than anybody I know.
Yeah.
That's what I have to do. If I don't completely shut it down, I'll fuck up.
Yeah, because it's difficult, because it's just like, oh, let me just have a bite. Let me just.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not the lack of variety that does me. It's the inconsistency of like meal prep.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I know I'm supposed to meal prep on Sundays for the week.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm so fucking exhausted. that I'd rather go to bed and like I trick myself into thinking, oh, dude, you'll be fine. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
You'll wake up in the morning. You'll cook yourself this.
You're gonna
You'll
do that. Yeah.
Fuck no, baby.
Yeah.
I don't do any of it. And there I am, 10 a.m. in the morning after I've been awake since 2, starving, looking at the fucking food truck that just rolled through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I know exactly.
Ugh, it's miserable. It sucks because you're your own worst enemy. I know exactly what I need to do.
Oh, yeah.
I think the majority of people know.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I can put it down on paper. It looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But then getting there for me, it's also like I will prep my foods and then I'll forget I prep my food.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget to, like, my Adderall makes me lose my appetite. And so I'll forget. And then next thing you know, I'm like so shaky and but I'm not even at home. And I'm like, oh man,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, gotta do something, you know, let's drink some more egg whites.
Was it hard staying on your meal prep as a trainer? Having a bunch of clients back to back to back?
Yeah. Because as a trainer, you don't get a lunch break. Like the other people, they would sit there and like the sales team or the front desk, they're scheduled to break. Personal trainers, we make our own schedules.
Be honest with me. Is that why you is that why you people have us get on the treadmill for like the last 15 minutes of the session?
Yes.
You dirty sons of bitches.
See, for me, I don't have them go on the last 15. I do it I'm like, go warm up for 5 minutes. I'd always say, go warm up for 5
and
minutes.
you're sneaking shovels of food.
And I go in the storage closet because you're not allowed to eat at the computer.
Yeah.
So I'd go in the storage closet and I'm like, tell me when the client's coming back to the station. I'd be like,
Yo, dirty.
eating
I'm paying for you to eat.
yes.
That's fair.
Yes.
That's fair. Honestly, it's fair. And I don't feel bad for people like you, trainers like you, that, like you said, I'm going to give you the tools that you can do this on your own.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I've been there. And I think that's the one thing is a lot of trainers haven't been there. They haven't went through the insecurities of like, I remember being really overweight, going to the gym, being made fun of, and me crying leaving the gym. So it's like, I've never wanted to be, I don't ever want anybody to go through that. So it's like, I want to be your friend. I want to be someone to help you and give you those tools that you can feel that confidence going in and say, no, I know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
And so what are you doing now?
Well, I started my own business,
Yeah,
Sassy Girl Fitness, and it's an LLC now. So yes, I'm so excited.
Fat Albert?
Yes, yes. See, there's my inner child and there's my inner fat person still there.
Okay. Yeah. Mine are all the same, but it's fine.
But no,
Don't laugh at that. Don't.
You laughed at my dead mom. So we're even.
Shit. Please don't tell anybody about that.
No, I'll just tell you.
I'm cutting that whole parts out. I'm just kidding. I feel like I'm gonna get eaten alive for that. It's not funny.
It is funny.
It's not.
I think it's hilarious.
It's gold.
Yeah.
But it is not funny. It broke my heart, but it made me so happy.
When I went and seen my sister, she has my mom's ashes. She's like, I want mom's ashes. My sister's my opposite. Like,
Okay.
we're not alike at all.
Okay, Bizarro Amy.
Yeah, Bizarro Amy. She had my mom's ashes, and she had she has like a little shrine to her. My mom's picture, where my mom's like, and her Bible, and there was like dust all over it, and I like wiped it. I'm like, looks like mom's been getting out to read her Bible.
That's fucked up.
My sister did not think that was funny. I almost peed my pants. I was laughing so hard.
Do you know who Pete Davidson is?
Yes.
Okay. He was on the roast of Rob Lowe, and David Spade was the host. Pete Davidson got on David Spade and talked shit. David Spade got up and was like, look, this isn't really the roast for Pete Davidson like it was for your dad in 9/11.
Oh.
Right? But I'm really glad I was here to see that, unlike your dad in 9/11. And he goes, but one thing I do appreciate is I could see you have your dad's ashy skin. And I fucking died when he said that. But you say that your mom's been getting out.
She's been getting out to read the Bible. No, my sister was like, she really wanted my mom's ashes, and I was creeped out with them. I was just like, hey, Mom, you know? I like put her up on a shelf. I know.
That's not you.
I did want to dig through it and see if her gold tooth was still in there. Like, did they steal her teeth, you know? Because, I mean, there's a little gold nugget. I was like, we got to get rid of these because I'm going to do something stupid. Like,
What you gonna do?
open the box and look for a gold tooth?
They don't keep them in there.
I don't know.
No, they don't.
So anyways, yeah, so I put my mom in the trunk of my car and drove her up to Idaho. And my husband, I said, you're the only guy that can sit there and say you have your dead mother-in-law in the trunk of the car. He's like, I can't believe you just said
My
that.
father-in-law's in the closet.
Hey, when he's going
It's
to come out. No,
You can come out now.
it's okay now.
Funny.
It
That
is.
sucks. I feel super disconnected with. Oh wait! Not about.
Oh yeah, Sassy Girl Fitness.
Yeah. I almost went off. I was about to go. Okay.
You're like, you went to like,
Yeah.
hey, can I
so
hear
let me tell you about my life.
the
No.
dream bubbles.
Go.
Yeah, so now I train people at whatever gym they want to train at,
Mm-hmm.
or if they want me to go to their house and train them, or they can come and work out in my garage but it's way too hot for that. And I do like meal prep for them if they want it, you know. It's not a package deal.
Right.
And then also like or nutrition plans.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like really, really great just to be able to kind of make my own schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So far, it seems that Tuesdays and Thursdays are my training days with clients. I have like 5 so far, which is, you know, for considering I became an official LLC in June.
Mm-hmm.
So,
How's the OnlyFans going?
oh, no. I don't have an OnlyFans.
Oh, whatever.
No.
Anyway. What is it? Is it based off of what the person wants? That's what the price is?
Yeah. So it's not a contract or anything. So it's like if a person wanted to just have like 5 sessions, you know, they could pay me each time they meet with me, or they can pay for them all at once.
And how long are the sessions?
It depends. I'll either do a half hour or a full hour.
Which do you think is more beneficial?
You know, half hours, I can kick someone's butt in a half hour.
I hate half-hour sessions.
Yeah. It's a lot of the women I'm training have never worked out. So half hour is perfect for them.
Are you only training women?
So far, yeah. I think I'd feel it. And I think that is something I just want to stick with is like empowering women, you know? So especially a lot of moms feel insecure. They're like, oh, I want to get back to my pre-baby body. And so like, I always tell moms, cause they hate on their body. I'm like, your body's amazing.
Right.
You literally just created another human being.
Yeah, you turned a piece of pizza into a foot.
I know. And I'm like, I tell them, I'm like, imagine like what your body did in 9 months without you even thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
It created another human being. What can your body do if
When
you
you
put
focus.
thought into it? And just kind of like with your baby, they cut out alcohol and all these other things. Well, view it as that. Like you get to create something for your children.
Yeah.
You get to set a good example. So let's try that. So let's empower them.
What about that bitch that was at your competition? What'd she say again?
Oh, she was like,
She was a
Everybody's-
judge or something, right?
she wasn't a judge. She was just the lady that was lining people up. So I'm getting ready to go up on stage for finals. They called my number and she's like, you're going to stand here to the girl. And then she comes up to me and she's like, everybody's judging you. Everybody's like talking about you. They cannot believe you're even here. You shouldn't even be on this stage.
Bitch.
Like and I was just like, you know what? I know I still have a lot of cellulite on my butt and in my legs. I know that. And I know that I'm not as tight as these other women. But you don't know my journey, you know, but I literally like got tears in my eyes because it was so rude. That's my biggest insecurity. And to just walk up on the stage right after being told that, I was just like,
Do you have body dysmorphia?
oh, major body dysmorphia.
Do you?
Yeah.
Hatred?
Yep. I look at myself and it's just like, ugh, I can't stand it. I can't stand looking at myself. And then since I've lost all the weight I have a lot of like skin, like my stomach, I can stretch it out pretty far. My inner thighs, I can stretch it. And
That's
it's just
hot.
kind of like even like my arms, I can stretch the skin, and it's just kind of like,
Talk dirty to me.
and it's just kind of like, okay, like that's all I see. You know, I don't see the progress I've made. But then like I sent Chris my before and after picture because he wanted to promote it. And I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that's shocking.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe I did that. It was,
Do you believe the compliments you get? Or do you just disregard them? Like,
I just kind of like, thank you. Meh, whatever.
that sucks.
Yeah. I'm trying to learn to accept it, like honestly accept it. Like that is something my therapist told me to, because I talked to them about that. I actually talked to them about what happened at the competition. And they're like, you need to, when people compliment you, take those and accept that. Like, here I accepted what that other woman said. I took it and I bagged
That was
it
easy
up.
for you to take.
That was one person saying that. But like, tons of people gave me compliments at the competition. Like, men were coming up to me and asking to get pictures with me at the competition. I didn't look at that. I held on to what one old biddy said to
I do
me.
that too.
And it's just like, okay, I need to work on that. You know, not getting haughty and being like, oh yeah, I'm everything. But sitting there saying, okay, yeah, like,
But it'd be nice to be able to do that too.
yeah, I'm working on saying, you know, yeah, I'm pretty decent. That's, you know, you know, I'm proud of myself.
Let me ask you, truly, how do you feel right now about what you've done?
I'm very honestly proud of myself.
Good.
Like, to know I accomplished something that I've wanted to do for so long. Because I remember the day I decided I wanted to do a figure competition. I was maybe 28, and I showed a friend, and you know, we were both bigger, and she's like, "You're ridiculous. I cannot believe you. Like, this is just like, just stop it. You'll never do that. You'll never." And so after the competition,
I'm making a face.
I went and I took a picture and I sent it to her. I sent her the picture of that day that
You're
we were
still
together.
friends with her?
We're acquaintances.
Yeah.
But I took, because she had came to visit and we took pictures together. So I had an actual picture of that day.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, I'm like, remember that day? And she goes, I have to eat my words. I said you couldn't do it, and you did. I'm like, mm-hmm.
And what's she doing?
She's bigger than she was before. So,
Hey,
yeah. Just
there it is.
It is. Like, and she's like, I wish I could lose my stomach. And I'm like,
You just be like,
I can
"You're
help you."
No, be like, you're ridiculous.
I know. How dare you?
You'll never get.
First of all.
Let me tell you about yourself. No,
No.
everybody has it in them if they want it.
Yeah, exactly. And other people, you know, like, they have different goals, you know,
Yeah.
like they want to cook, they want to be the best cook, or they want to do this, and whatever you want, as long
Right.
as you're happy and you're loving your life, good for you.
Yeah.
You know,
If it's healthy.
if it's healthy. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
You don't want to be the best meth cook there is. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you're making a lot of money, no.
Yeah. I mean,
Sell it as Adderall.
sold. I'm in. God damn it, I'm in.
Sweet.
You're like, fuck. Fuck.
Is it itchy in here?
This eye's really bugging me. Yeah.
The first day I took Adderall, my house got so clean.
Oh.
It was amazing. I was like, this is great. And then I went to work and did spreadsheets. I was like,
I got to get more done.
I didn't sleep all night. It's like, this is too much.
Yeah.
I took it like at 4 in the evening.
Yeah.
And so I was just like,
You're in the corner all.
seriously. So now I'm like, first thing when I wake up, take my Adderall. And then it's good. It sustains me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna have to be on that forever?
I don't know. Maybe.
Are you okay with it if that's the
Yeah,
case?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm fine with like people like the idea of taking prescription meds. That if it's working for you and it's helping you, and you're being supervised by a doctor, making sure all your other things are going good, then go for it.
I've talked to multiple people that are on different sides of that. They're either for it or against it, or go ahead and use it as a crutch, but don't be willing to stay on it forever. And
Yeah.
I don't really have a position on it. I've definitely needed them before and not been on them. I've also been on them. I've been without them. It's I've done every single step.
Yeah.
I feel they have their purpose, but I'm the guy that wants, like I said earlier, it's a fault of mine. I'm the guy that wants to be strong enough to do it on their own.
Yeah.
But I fully recognize and accept some people can't.
Yeah, it's like for me, like antidepressants, if I could come off of them, I would totally and I've tried, and like I get really depressed again. So it's like, well, my brain needs help.
Yeah.
And that's okay. It's okay if I need help with that. And that, I was actually going to be going to my doctor next month and having a discussion, saying, can we start weaning me off my antidepressant again, and maybe, changing, because since I have lost weight, and, exercising is a great way to do that, to help with those endorphins and stuff like that. So maybe doing that, but at the same time, if it's too much on me, then I'll just start taking them again. Because
isn't it funny though how the people that are telling you what you're doing is bad for you, you really put them under a microscope, and you're like, yeah, but dude, you drink every day, or you smoke, or you masturbate, or you
you have your own crutch.
There's vices.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And when
take
people
the
are sitting
log
there
out of your
saying,
own eye.
well, you just need to exercise more. It's like, yes, the exercise is good.
Yeah.
But
we can all agree on that.
yeah, exercise is good, period.
Yeah.
But if someone has something going on in their head, you wouldn't tell someone that had a broken leg, well, you need to go jogging more.
Right. You're not trying.
You're not trying hard enough.
Fuck you, man.
It's just like, no, he's still exercising. He's just doing something that doesn't require that right leg,
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I'm still doing what I can outside of medication, but my brain needs that help.
And that's okay.
Yeah, and that's okay. And if someone can get by without medication and without harming themselves in other ways, then good for them.
That's okay too.
Yeah, that's okay. Just get off my back for what my decisions are. It's like, are you paying my bills?
But why does it make you feel better to say what I'm doing is wrong? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you get out of that?
Yeah.
What does that do for you to pick at me?
Yeah.
Let me tell you about yourself. Let me how about all those how about you cheating? How about you this and that and this and that? Oh, well, that's different. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck off, man.
And I always say, quit projecting your insecurities on me. I'm not going to submit. I'm not going to lose my joy over your opinion. It's like, that's your opinion. Good for you. That's how you feel. That's your opinion about me. That's fine. But I'm not going to lose my joy or lose my convictions of how I want to live my life because that's your opinion.
But I'm genuinely interested in other people's opinions.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's fascinating. That's why I have this show.
My leg's all locking.
All right. I told you.
I got to move it.
I told you.
I'll just sit up straight.
Long naked. Wait, don't do that.
I always look like the Cardassians from Star Trek.
Cardassians?
Yeah, from Star Trek. They're a character. Look them up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know I look like a Kardashian some days too, but
hey, you're fucking killing it today, bro. You're fucking doing it. Good for you. I look like hammered shit, and it's fine. I've never heard that as a saying before. Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at what the words that came out of your mouth.
Hold on.
I'm like kicking a box.
Yeah. Can you not? That's my equipment.
I'm moving. Move my foot.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
We're actually on time.
Oh, okay.
So get out. No, I'm just kidding. No, I want you to promote yourself. Are you on social media at all?
Yes.
Okay. That's your camera.
Okay.
Talk to them. Final thoughts, what you want to promote, where we can reach you at. If you want, you can put your hand up and I'll put your tag right there. Put it up a little. Boom.
Okay, my Instagram is
Don't talk to me.
It's at FitSassyGirl.
Stop looking at me.
Quit telling me that.
Okay, go.
I'm going to cross my eyes.
I'm going to close my eyes too.
At FitSassyGirl0210. My business is Sassy Girl Fitness because I am Sassy Girl. I want to help you guys find your sassy side. So hit me up, DM me if you're wanting to, lose weight or just learn about weightlifting or nutrition. I love helping people and I just like making new friends. That's it.
Sweet and simple.
Sweet and simple.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take us out. But first, I want to say thank you so much. Honestly,
Thank you.
I'm not even going to do that like super spiel. I appreciate you.
Aw.
Like, I love you. I love hanging out with you. I love seeing you do great things. And I love being here to be able to support it. Like,
Aw, I love you too.
I
Thank
know
you for
do.
having me
I know
over.
you do. And that's why, this is good.
Yeah.
This is good. Is it good?
It is good.
This is good. Okay.
It's awesome.
All right, guys. That's it. Episode 62 is in the books. Again, one more time, shout out to Amy. Please don't forget to like, comment, and
Subscribe.
Why am I fucking that up?
I don't know.
Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help support the channel. Amy's description. Amy's links will be in the description. Check them out.
Yes.
Thanks for watching.
Don't be offended that I laugh at my dead mom.
Yeah, don't get mad at me either. She made me do it. All right. Later, y'all.
Bye.
The Sonder Experience.